What up, y'all? Your boy Brick Street Sprite in the motherfucking building. Brick Street Hooligans, Brick Street Media. Holla at your boy. It's Hooli Vision. You know what I'm saying? Um, just wanted to kind of pop at. I ain't streamed in a minute, so felt like I need to kind of get back into the swing of streaming in a little bit. You know what I mean? My bad, I'm a little tired and shit. I ain't get a lot. I don't get much sleep as it is, but I kind of running on fumes today. But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of wanted to talk about the state of battle rap, the state of virtual battle rap, just shit that's going on in the communities. Really wanted to address how, for the lack of better words, ineffective the URL has been this year. You know what I'm saying? The number one battle arena, other than some of these other countries that do hundreds of millions of views. As far as the US goes, Smack is the golden standard. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even have a NOME card, bruh. It's mid-July, and we don't have a NOME card. Just saying. Is there going to be a NOME? I heard Smack say NOME might be after Summer Madness. When does that ever happen? That alone tells you the state of battle rap. And they don't think they can recoup on these big events. And will we get a Summer Madness with no pay-per-view this year? It would be crazy. It'd be go back to, I mean, it is what it is. It would be back to 2010. You know what I'm saying? Or not 10. Summer Madness started in 11, but it would go back to 2011, 12, 13. You know what I mean? Before the streaming really started, before the pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? WatchBattles.com even popped off. You had to check Twitter for winners and wait for them battles to drop. Summer Madness 2, the biggest battle event of all time, nobody watched that pay-per-view. That shit, we waited for them battles to drop. And we was checking Twitter to see, you know what I'm saying? And checking message boards to see who won battles. Or to see what the climate was in the community and in the culture at the time. Are we getting back to that? I still think they'll probably be, at least for those two, if they do a NOME. Doesn't look good right now, but if they do a Summer Madness, it seems like there probably will be a pay-per-view. It would be crazy to not have one for that, but the flagship event, I don't know, man, but what matchups, you know what I mean? Like, you got Hitman Hitman Lux, but Smack ain't trying to pay for Hitman. He been made that clear. Let alone pay for both of those dudes. That's a $200,000 battle right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know if we're gonna get that one. Are we gonna see Surf? Surf seems to not give a shit about battle rap. But with that being said, I don't think he's all the way home yet. I think he's in a halfway house in Detroit. I think he's in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? And I live in Michigan. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, man. But I do think he's not all the way home yet. That's why you haven't seen even him really engaging much as far as battle rap. I think he will more, and he has a little, but I think he will more like when he actually comes home. I don't know. Virtual battle rap, no big cards. Yo-Yo, pump faking the D-Money battle will never happen, in my opinion. Yo-Yo, just so much diabolical work behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, you know what I mean? But just like, Yeah, you did the stream with your wife. Nobody was tripping about your wife to begin with. That's why you shouldn't have been so insecure. You know what I mean? But don't really see any big cards happening in virtual. You know what I'm saying? Um, the cold day in hell shit wasn't good. D Money completely, after all this news came out about Blue Truly, and now about Blue, he completely flushed his entire little weak ass card. You know what I'm saying? Him and N.O.M.E is the headliners. N.O.M.E does have talent, but he's such a cornball weirdo in real life. You know what I'm saying? That, like, as a person, that it's hard to. He should have just kept the mask on. Once we found out who you were, we realized you was a cornball. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I mean? That's kind of what's happened with battle rap in general. These last several years with Twitter Spaces, too much. The fans, Surf was correct in his like come home stream or space where he said there's too much. The fans are too close to the battlers almost, it's just overexposure to the battlers, where before there was still a mystique there because we didn't know who these dudes were for real. You know what I mean? But now that we really know who these dudes are, we know that 99.9% of them are cornballs and weirdos. You know what I'm saying? And just not nobody to like cheer for, you know what I'm saying? Or even want to listen to or believe, you know what I mean? Or root for, so to speak, you know what I mean? So I think Spaces has like ruined battle rap mystique and like some of and all the images of these top tier battlers, except for like the few that don't do it often, you know what I'm saying? Pause. The Mooks, the Lux, the Hollows that don't be on Spaces often, you know what I'm saying? They're the only ones that's smart. They don't come outside all the time, so there's still that little bit of mystery there and mystique there, you know what I'm saying? But there's a very small amount, single hand, like you count on one hand. Hitman is in the Spaces the most, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just looking dark, bro, for battle rap. And as a battle rapper, as a songwriter, as a writer myself, you know what I'm saying? It just don't look good right now. I am getting ready to come back outside if the matchup seems right, you know what I'm saying? If it has to feel right though. I took a few battles that I wasn't necessarily hyped for, you know what I'm saying? So my soul and my energy wasn't really in it, you know what I mean? More specifically, and no disrespect to Robs, because I think Robs is fire, you know what I mean? And he was really good in his last battle against Dangsta. And he did good against me, man. But and against Yo-Yo. But I just didn't really want to battle at the time. And when the ring hit me up to battle, I was the champion at the time on the ring. And I wasn't really feeling, at the time I had a lot going on. I didn't really want to battle, but I felt like it had kind of been a little minute, so I didn't want to tell him no, you know what I'm saying, because I felt like the belt should be put on the line, but I just wasn't feeling it at the time, and I still said yes because I felt like it had kind of been a minute, and I felt like the league wanted a title match, you know what I mean, even though I should have just said no if I wasn't feeling it, because I was the champ and it was up to me. I didn't have to say yes. You know what I mean? I should have waited until, no matter how long it took, or just give it up if I don't feel like doing it. But like, I wouldn't have done that. I would have got to the point where the matchup, or the timing felt right. It wasn't even necessarily the matchup, it was the timing. You know what I'm saying? And so I said yes, and my heart wasn't in it, man. You know what I mean? And just to be completely transparent. But I feel better, you know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to rock, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to do it again. We will soon, you know what I'm saying? As soon as it feels right, I'm no longer saying yes to shit I don't feel right about, or if the timing ain't right. It gotta be right, man. You know what I mean? I'm 40 years old now, bruh. Ain't no reason to just jump into shit to jump into shit. I'm working on an album right now with my dog Charlie. You know what I'm saying? My boy Rello. You know what I mean? And my brother. You know what I'm saying? And so music is kind of the focus right now, but I do want to battle. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I need to bounce back from my last performance just in general. You know what I mean? And because I wasn't happy with it. I had like little moments in that battle, but I wasn't happy with it all, with the performance in a whole. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it'll come when the time is right, man. I'll be ready. But I am open to talk about into the discussion. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But I would like to see more motion in the virtual, the whole digital shit. They can stay on that side if that's what Yo-Yo want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's him drawing the line in the sand, the proverbial line in the sand, so to speak. So he can have that. You know, you know, it's virtual over here, but you know, I feel like drawing the line in the sand was him trying to separate himself. For what reason? You know what I mean? For what reason? Just to disassociate yourself with people that you did wrong, or that you dug your own grave and you made your own bed, dog, so you can lay in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't nobody over here do you wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. I've seen all of it. I was there for a lot of this shit. I seen all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody did you wrong. You was the one doing people wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just hope battle rap in a whole bounces back in the third and fourth quarters of 2026 and in 2027, man. Holla at you, boy. I'll be blogging more. This is more just kind of my reintroduction. I will be blogging more. I would like to blog more. You know what I'm saying? So, holla at your boy, man. Brick Street Hooligans, Brick Street Media, Hooli Vision. It's your boy, Brick Street Sprite. And I'll be back sooner than later. Holla. 100.